Drinking Bros. Put down the water and grab a fucking drink.
Man,
Free Harambe. Free Harambe.
Overpriced Thai food. What?
Harambe.
Thai food.
Oh, dude, it's always overpriced.
Hungry?
It's always overpriced.
I love Thai food though.
We did
I love
get an
going to Thai
update.
with
You?
Kid Coke.
We should get Thai food on the way home.
Yeah,
you know?
like that. I like
Oh,
that.
hello, Drinkin' Bros. Sorry,
Hello,
we're just talking
Drinking
about what our
Bros.
dinner
We
plans
did
were.
get an update about Harambe. They are trying to piece him back together as we speak. But in the meantime, you're not going to believe this. Another gorilla died today. That is a huge conspiracy theory.
What? How did the gorilla die?
They gave it a sedative, and they tried to take it to mate with another gorilla at another zoo, and whatever was in the sedative fucking killed him on the way there.
I guess he was dying to get laid. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, there it is.
nice.
Oh,
There
fuck.
it is.
Wow. Conspiracies, you know?
Yeah. Who needs them? You know what I'm saying? Who needs the goddamn conspiracies? Who needs? Goddamn that! I still can't get over that Chris Brown thing. By the way, motherfucker, I really can't.
Which Chris Brown thing?
He,
What Chris Brown thing?
he had a white beauty pageant winner, and when I say winner, she was like a regional winner, so it was like, you know, from fucking San Bernardino. And she was at his house, 3 a.m. She called the cops. Apparently, Chris Brown told her to get the fuck out, and then he pointed a gun at her. The cops came. I guess he makes everybody who comes to his house and parties with him sign an NDA. And this girl's like, I want my phone back. And he goes, I want you to sign this NDA before you leave, saying you can't discuss what went on here tonight. And she said, no, you can keep the fucking phone. And then she called the police. They showed up. He pointed a gun at her. He threw a bag with a gun in it and drugs out the window, screaming "fuck the police" and Black Lives Matter. And
he's a winner, isn't he? Domestic violence with Rihanna and now this shit
across the board. And he fucking he didn't come out of his house till like 3:00 in the afternoon. Helicopters, fucking police, you name it, they were all there today. It's a weird scene.
Wow.
It reminded me of that of OJ. It was like a very OJ scene.
Mm-hmm. Did he get arrested or what's going on? Yeah,
he's arrested. So he got arrested for assault with a deadly weapon, and yeah, he's in jail.
254 or whatever it is.
They said
I was trying to remember the penal code.
ADW. The guy kept saying ADW.
Interesting.
And so they're gonna charge him. They think he's gonna get bail, but he's got all those priors and shit. So who knows what's gonna happen? That gorilla's name, by the way, that got killed was Bantu. There's already shirts out called "Balls Out for Bantu," so get ready for that, kids. That's gonna be a fun one.
Oh, so this movement is just gonna keep going.
It's just gonna keep.
I hope that there's another song released by Ross Patterson. That's what I hope.
Oh boy, there could be.
Balls
there could
out
be.
For,
yeah.
Was it Bambu?
Bantu. Yeah. You got band 1 and then you got band 2. R.I.P. band 2. We love you. And welcome to the show, kids. Welcome to Drinkin' Bros. Where we make all your hopes and dreams come true.
Every single one.
When I was a tiny child, I dreamed that I would have a radio show with my best friends, and we could drink and laugh and share in goblets of wine. And now we have it. And we also have a new sponsor. First up, it's a new one, but it's an old favorite to Evan Hafer. Evan, who is it?
It is Sofleet, so it is the special combination of special operations forces and athletes. So what they do is they do programming for guys that are prepping to go to the special operations world and or military world.
Or just want that fit lifestyle.
Yeah, I was going to say, well, what if you don't want to join the military? You just want to get shredded and jacked like an El Camaro in the front of a Mexican front yard.
Their Navy SEAL prep is fantastic. So they've got a writer's course. They've got a hairstyling course.
Right.
Everything in there that you'll need to be
There's
SEAL.
a couple acting classes in there as well.
Acting classes, writing. They've got everything to include even your first pitch. So they go through everything you're going to need to be a Navy SEAL.
Evan's joking.
Yeah.
We're just making fun of SEALs because we love them. But if you check out Softfleet, they got some dope stuff on there.
So
Yeah,
go
it's
to
amazing.
go to
They've got some incredible
softfleet.com.
protein,
That's
too.
SOFLETE, softfleet.com. Dude, it's time, dude. Get shredded, get jacked, get fucking ripped like a parachute cord. Go to softfleet.com. Figure it the fuck out. Figure your life out, fatso.
I actually take their
Yeah.
protein, but I don't use the programming just because I do my own shit. But they have some dope supplements and protein. We get it all up in the office.
That's right.
All up in the
Their
biz.
they're owners of Marsoc guys. So he's a pretty incredible dude. Brent.
Hell yeah!
Wow, that was a ringing endorsement from Evan Hafer,
Wasn't it?
our next president in 2020, kids. Our next president.
Seriously,
Dude, I told you, 2020 is our year to run.
2020 is the year of it's Hafer
people have
Best.
been posting
That's the ticket.
that shirt design. Have you seen these things?
No.
what is it?
They're posting on Black Rifle. It's
Yeah.
Hafer 2020.
Dude, because I
posting it
talked
all
about
over.
it on the podcast. I
Yes,
said,
because we talked
I
on the
want
podcast.
you to run for president. Yeah.
So
So,
it's
you know, I
it's
took that
Hafer
as a-
Best 2020 is what the people are demanding. That's the ticket they want.
Holy shit,
I would be an okay VP.
dude!
I mean, I am absolutely not
I'm just
presidential
no.
material.
Evan, dude. The funny thing is we could literally put you on the stage tomorrow against Hillary and Trump, and you would fuck them up. You would fuck them up.
It would be pretty disgusting.
because
actually. Yeah.
of the level that your fucking clearance has brought you to and everything that you've done in your life, like you could drag them down holes where you could get Hillary choking. Like
I would literally be like Charlie Sheen in the movie Navy SEALs, under the water, wrestling as I choke the life out of them.
Evan, I
that
don't
is
know.
exactly
Hillary's
what I would
had
do.
a lot of
Awkward
people killed
analogy.
recently. I would be
exactly.
aware.
Yeah, but they'd probably be our friends, so they're not going to kill us.
That's true.
Yeah.
So
That is
they
true.
would actually get the hit, and then they'd be like, "Wait a minute, I can't do this."
She'll just
These guys
delete
are
your
legit.
entire fucking email account, dude. Boom. She'll delete that Facebook.
Yeah,
bitch.
she'll delete her Facebooks and fuck us up.
All your Facebooks, dude.
Shit.
Melt your
Oh,
businesses
fuck.
down. You'll be in poverty.
no, I don't think Hillary would be able to get control over Evan because everybody that Hillary would pick up the phone to call already knows him and would go, I ain't fucking with that guy.
There's hackers out there. They're hiding in bed sheets. They're waiting to fucking strike. Speaking of strike, they're probably on Strikeforce Energy.
Strikeforce.
Go to strikeforceenergy.com for all of your energy needs. It's the tastiest little energy drink in a tiny tin pouch. It's 99 cents a pack. They ship everywhere in the entire world. You can put it in juices, waters, sodas, liquors, coffee, you name it. It gives you that boost you need. A lot of people ask me, Ross, how do you have so much energy? It's because of Strikeforce.
I take it like Paula Abdul, straight up, you know?
Oh,
How
shit.
about that reference, motherfucker?
Right
You know?
out of the package. Matt goes right out
Straight
of the
up,
package.
now tell me, do you really want to love me forever? Oh, oh, oh.
I'd take it like Rick James. I just line it up on the table and snort it down. Love that Strikeforce Energy. Go to strikeforceenergy.com. Get yourself a subscription. We've all got a subscription on the show. You get 20% off of every single order when you type in the promo code Drinkin Bros.
Drinkin' Bros.
Drinkin Bros. And they're shipping everywhere in the entire world. Everywhere in the entire fucking world. We've got
Chad from Chad. That's all you got to say.
Chad from Chad's got it. We've got a guy named Donk from Antarctica got a box. He hit us up.
Yeah.
It's just DONK. Doesn't even have a last name. And then next up, we got Tartarus Ordnance. If you need home defense ammunition, you got to go to tartarusordnance.com. That's TARTARUSORDNANCE. They've got guns. They've got bullets. They've got everything you want so that it would make you say, I wish a motherfucker would. I wish a motherfucker would come through my door and try to do something because I am stocked to the fucking hilt with Tartarus.
I like how when Ross describes Tartarus, he's just like, they got guns and bullets. You're like, Yeah, they have an FFL. They're a licensed firearm dealer.
Nah,
They
that's
sell
not sexy.
ammunition.
That's not sexy, Matt.
I know.
That's not sexy at all.
You make me want to buy it, and I already have it.
Yeah.
So it's impressive.
No, because
It's
you know what
impressive.
you need guns, you need bullets, you need all that shit from Tartarus, ordnance. Type in the promo code Drinkin' Bros. You get 10% off of everything. You get 10% off of handguns, bazookas. They've got a fucking tank on there from the first Iraq war that they're going to sell. You get 10% off that tank. Promo code Drinkin' Bros. You didn't hear that from me. I don't know what the shipping cost is on that tank, but you get 10% off. Probably. It's probably $80. That's just a guess off the top of my head. I don't know the postal service that well. Next up, we got a little company called Warfighter Tobacco. Smoke them if you got them, and if you got them, smoking. And if you need them, go get them and smoke them. Go to warfightertobacco.com. Get the finest hand-rolled cigars in all of the lands. They're 100% combat veteran-owned company. They're Cuban seeds made and rolled with the tiny fingers of little children from the Dominican Republic.
I don't know if that's true, but you know,
it
you
might
can go
be.
with it.
It might be. And
That's you making it
could
sexy.
be.
And let's say you're sitting on your front stoop and you're pissed off at the government and you need to throw a little weed in there. Fire away.
What?
Fire
What?
away.
I had to take. I paused for a second. I was like, "What the fuck did you just say?"
Fire away.
You put a little weed in there.
Yeah, you know, if you got that legal license from California, Colorado, whatever.
Washington State,
is it? Washington State?
DC, Alaska.
Yeah,
How do you know that?
light it the fuck up, dude. Go Wiz Khalifa on it, dude. Throw some weed in that Warfighter Tobacco and get
I
lit.
stay up on the economics.
Yeah.
I stay up on the economics of this situation.
You do. It would be a good
Yeah.
investment because I think nationally it'll be legal in about 5 years.
There might be somebody that owns a 40,000 square foot warehouse talking on this podcast.
Hi-ho, Evan Hafer.
Hey-o! Oh!
Bango, bingo,
Washington
bongo.
State. Who knows?
Who knows? Who knows? Go to warfightertobacco.com, type in the promo code Drinkin' Bros. You get 10% off of all your goddamn cigars. We love Warfighter Tobacco. Next up, we got the finest piece of literature ever written. At Night She Cries While He Rides His Steed, the first ever romance novel for dudes. Get on your horse. Make love to your lady. Make love to yourself. However you want to make love. You go and read this book. It's the funniest book ever written. Gene Wilder just passed away. God damn, he would have been great as the bartender in this fucking thing. As the guy who owned Curly, who owned the funeral store.
I really want to see that go to screen. That would be such a funny fucking movie.
I
It'd be
would kill.
So off the
I
wall.
would kill.
It would be the sequel to the Shades of Grey. It'd be 50 Shades of Gay. I feel like. What that would be.
It would not be. It would be me jacked up with a bunch of women. There's a scene where he goes to Asia and he takes on 40 in one room. I just want to see how that's going to be shot.
That's a lot of assets right there. If you know. What I'm
And
saying.
he talks about openly weeping like a grown man, and then immediately after having sex with 40 Asian women, they make him a hibachi dinner and they flip a shrimp tail in his mouth. So.
I love hibachi when they do the
So do
choo-choo
I.
train thing with the onions, bro. I'm about that life.
So do I. You know that DJ Aoki? Have you heard of him?
Khaled?
No, close.
Oh, sorry.
You know,
What?
DJ Khaled. No, DJ Aoki. One of the that Asian guy, one of the first big time DJs. If you haven't heard of him, there's a show. There's a documentary on Showtime about him. His dad was fucking Benny Hanna. Like he was
What?
yeah,
Shit.
he was the guy. And his sister is Devin Aoki. She was the girl in Fast and Furious, and she was also in Kill Bill. She was the little Asian girl in that.
shit.
Yeah. And dude, it is crazy because they show him, once Benny Hanna's hit, he defected his country, opened up Benny Hanna's, crushed the world, his dad. And then his DJ's just literally just living in this shadow all of his life, trying to make his dad happy. So he's trying to become this famous DJ. It's a great fucking documentary. I just watched it the other night. But it was fucking rad. And Benny Hanna was fucking raging. His name was Rocky. And I don't know if you're a diehard Benny Hanna's fan like I am, but I would get the Rocky special as a kid. It was chicken, steak, and shrimp. And I never knew who Rocky was. I watched the documentary. It turns out Rocky is the Asian guy. It's fucking Rocky Aoki. So big
No
fan.
shit.
Big fan of all their work.
That was full circle. Full fucking circle.
Yeah, shout out to Diane Lowry and Jerry Lowry, who used to take me to Benny Hanna's every weekend. That shit's expensive. I never really appreciated it until I got older, but god damn it, do I love it.
I think Benny Hanna's is mentioned in a very popular pop culture song, correct?
Yeah, up in God damn it. up in.
Is it a Blink-182 song?
No, it's a rap song. It's like all up in the claha with Benny Hanna. It's something like that. I'm a Benny Hans. God damn it, if I can remember that song. You shouldn't ask me shit like that, Jared. It throws me off.
You know what
God
I've always
damn it.
wanted to know? I want to know who Mark Eaton is, because Blink-182 talks about him getting beat up. I want to know who that guy is.
Mark Eaton, is he an athlete?
Yeah. Huh. No, I don't know. Blink-182 sings about him twice in 2 songs.
You know who I want to know about?
About Mark Eaton gotten beat to shit.
I want to know about Third Eye Blind, who the jumper was. You know? I want to know who the jumper
I
was.
wish you would step back from that ledge, my friend.
You
cut ties. Right?
All the lies with you. You could have gave all of their songs to Blink-182 because they sound like the same band to me. They're the same fucking band.
Pretty much.
Next up, we got drinkinbrospodcast.com for all your teas needs. We've got Lincoln's Box Seat Silkies. We got Drinkin' Bros Podcast t-shirts. We even got a Dicks Out for Harambe shirt that's a limited edition. And you can drink out of the France Press that Jared T-Bone Taylor drinks out of every week. And last but not least, we got Black Rifle Coffee. Evan Hafer, tell us about it.
Black Rifle Coffee is a premium roast-to-order coffee company. Your order comes in on day 1. We roast it on day 2, and we ship on day 3. So through the Black Rifle Coffee Club, you can actually pay for your coffee through your discounts through other retailers in our space.
Boom.
So you got great retailers.
And you get 20% off with
Ranger Up
Drinkin'
Apparel,
Bros,
your
right?
friends over there.
Yeah, Ranger
know
Up,
it.
Drinkin'
20% off.
Article 15 clothing.
Ranger Up Apparel, RE Factor.
RE Factor.
Yeah, they're
Luke
up there
over there.
as well.
We love us some Luke, you know?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So we've got like a laundry list now to include Seekins Precision, which is a rifle company out of my hometown, Lewiston, Idaho. And they've joined the party with us as well.
Look at that.
You can, one purchase in a Seekins 6.5 with the discount code, you will pay for a year's worth of coffee.
That's fucking dope.
That is.
I always say on the podcast, I'm a lazy motherfucker, Ross. Like, to show you how lazy not lazy. I'm very motivated in certain things in my life, but then like comes to eating and things like that, and coffee, I'm fucking lazy. So we just, for the office, got meal prep. So every Monday and Thursday, I have my meals dropped off for the week.
How great is that, by the way? Can I ask you how great that is?
Dude, it's the most wonderful thing. I had 3 meals today already, and it's all fucking, people can talk shit, but it's organic, but like super high based in proteins because, I work out. I work out. Look at my body.
How many meals
awesome.
a day do they give you, Matt?
They have like payment plans, this local place here, but I do 3 and then like snacks. So they do like these crazy good protein balls, and then it's like usually like turkey, steak, and then chicken or something, but all fucking dope ass stuff. So it started yesterday, and I've been loving it, man. Because I sit in my office and I'm like, oh, it's time to eat. I walk through the fucking fridge, heat that shit up, and I'm good to go.
Man, yeah, I've been
Just
thinking
like
about
coffee.
I've been thinking about those meal to order plans. It sounds like it would be fucking awesome. Jared, were you playing a guitar? What were you doing?
No, it's just the TV.
Quit fiddling with shit. Quit fiddling with.
I'm
Put
sorry.
your hands in your
I'm
pockets.
sorry.
He's getting ADD. We need your present
I'm
over here.
sorry.
We need your present.
It was just that Matt and I have these cool like 4K TVs as our monitors in here, and they automatically want to connect to our phones and do weird shit. And I'm sorry.
You check out
So you're
like a
watching
monitor.
videos.
Pick up a book. Pick up a goddamn book once in a while, Jared. Pick up a book.
I
did. You know what? I did pick up a book this week. I picked up Ric Flair.
What did you pick up?
Ric Flair, To Be the Man, the Nature Boy. Woo!
Sounds like a bunch of gay sex in a book.
He is one of the greatest wrestlers of all time, and I really, after reading this fucking book, I really want to play him in a biopic. I think it would be my dream, dude. I think I was born to play the Nature Boy in a biopic. And if you're
What's a biopic?
It's like it's a profile. Like,
like
if someone were to
it's like
play
Ray.
you as
Remember the
your
Ray Charles
biography.
movie?
Yep.
So
You know who I would want to be, Ross?
Cracking.
Yeah, who would you want to be?
I would love to play Mark Hoppus.
From Blink-182?
Yes.
You'd have to
I
get
think
real
I think
thin,
I could,
Jared. You'd have to get real fucking thin.
Are
for
you
that.
kidding? Mark's fat, you fuck.
Now he is. Back then, he was thin when they
No,
started out.
he was not thin back then. Mark was the fat one. Tom was the skinny
Go
one.
pull
Like,
up that
you're
video when
backwards.
he's running nude through that neighborhood, and then you tell me how.
He's not thin. He is not thin. He looks just like me.
Oh, boy. Matt, can I please get some backup here on this?
No.
I mean,
look up old Blink-182 and look at Mark's body shape.
Okay, so
Do it.
here's the
that's,
challenge.
That's
for
the gayest thing you've ever said.
I'm just saying,
Ever.
you guys
Google a shirtless picture of fucking Mark from Blink-182.
Here's the
I'll
challenge.
pull him up right now.
Here's the challenge for any drinking bros out there. Put a side-by-side pic together of Mark Hoppus without a shirt on and Jared Taylor, and then we'll ask all the drinking bros community if they think that you guys have the exact same body type. And then we'll see what shakes out from that.
We do. I'm looking at him right now.
Let me see a picture. No,
You've
there's
lost your minds.
Look. He's chubby.
No.
Oh, these side by sides, Jared.
no.
You're good. There's going to be hell to pay on the internet.
Can someone make a fucking meme of that?
Oh,
please?
they will. I
Look.
know. I know. Franklin Chambliss is at home right now, memeing this as we speak. I bet. I fucking love it. You know,
Lord.
Joe Wood is at home memeing this as we speak. Mark Hoppus shirtless and Jared Taylor shirtless. What about you, Evan Hafer? Who would you play who's your dream guy to play in a movie?
Look.
What are we looking at?
Look at this.
Hold on.
Like,
what are we
you
looking
could
at?
be
Here's Mark.
Wahlberg,
Matt,
you could
look at this.
be-
I could be a combination
Matt, look at this.
of all
Yeah.
people, really.
What?
You're crazy, Jared. Jared.
So
You can't. There's a skinny chest shot. You got to put the stomach in there.
Shit. All right.
You're not a fat dude. You just got a keg, bro.
I absolutely know who I would play.
Who is it?
George H.W. Bush.
Oh, shit.
From start to finish,
Just the whole
he
way.
is my hero. He is my hero.
George H. Bush.
No.
W?
Daddy.
Oh,
Big Daddy.
Big Daddy.
Big Daddy.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. H. Yeah.
What's-
Can you
what's,
pull off the accent?
What's your fascination with Bush Senior, if I may ask?
So we've talked about this in the past, or you guys have talked about this in the past, which is a conspiracy theory that directly correlates the big dog HW with I'm sorry, not execution. Is that the wrong word?
For
Assassination of
Assassination,
JFK
there you go.
to include. There we go.
You know
I mean,
what's funny is Evan did come at me after that episode. And he goes, dude.
dude, I came after him because I was like, man, you didn't give me any props on this.
I did
this is-
because
this is-
I learned most of my stuff from Evan.
this is it, which is, George, the big dog was a knock, which is I think anyway. This is my own theory.
You have to
right?
explain what a knock is.
It is a non-official cover, which is basically you're in bed in a commercial representation as a CIA operative. And so HW, my theory is that Zapata Oil, his first company, was actually a prop by the CIA in order to execute their tasks in South America. So HW, which was connected to all these other cats in the CIA back in the day, quite possibly like everybody in the CIA, he just randomly decided that he was going to go against the grain and start a oil company.
yeah.
Oh, all my buddies are joining this thing called the CIA, and my dad just so happens to be, involved in the government as well. But you know what? I'm going to break out.
I'm
I'm
just
going to start an oil company. That's what I'm going to do.
This is not a front at all.
No. And it just so happens that Operation Zapata, which is the original name for the Bay of Pigs,
Yeah.
Operation Zapata, was also the name of his first oil company.
I think that's a big.
Whoa.
That's a
Wow.
fuck you in the face.
Yeah. Yeah. So there's a lot of correlating facts there that you can't necessarily draw the lines like direct, but any good cutout and or non-official cover, a guy that's probably educated in Yale and maybe served in World War II, I don't know, maybe he's the perfect candidate for such a job. So the HW he is my hero. I would love to play him.
So,
in
so what you're
biopic.
saying? What you're saying is he helped kill Kennedy, right?
Oh my! If we can only hope, right? If we can only hope.
Hope. What do you mean? Hope?
Oh, I mean,
Hope
Oh.
in what regard?
I mean, changing the course of history, which is like all these guys back in the day, which was like these guys that basically felt that they kept the lights on in the 40s, which is they fought the war, they had the biggest stake in the country and the international influence. They also felt that they gambled the most.
Right,
and
right.
JFK jeopardized that. They felt he was a wingnut, a gambler, a philanderer, right? So they really didn't have a high regard for this guy whatsoever. He was connected to the mob. His family was just like these aloof socialites that really didn't represent any work put
American
into the
grit.
country. No. So my theory, which is shared by quite possibly a few other conspiracy guys, out there in the industry, I suppose, is that they decided to go ahead and take their country back, and they did it in Texas because Texas is kind of an autonomous nation. I don't know, in a way.
It's a Lone Star State or nation, whichever way you want to look at it.
Right, and so you got the big dog, H-Dub, and he's basically pulling the strings. He's the puppet master for the next 30 years in the American history. And I love that fact. I shouldn't call it a fact. Thought. I love the thought of one guy having so much influence and correcting, correcting the course of history, which is, do we want this philandering gambler basically jeopardizing the course of history, or do we want to take it because we were the guys that basically kept the lights on?
Let's speak at a real level. Let's scale this down a little bit, just to kind of what we have now. Like, how many friends of ours personally, if we were just like, hey, this person doesn't need to be around anymore.
I don't know.
That's
this is
all
a
we had
dangerous
to
conversation. This is a dangerous conversation, Jared.
That's all you have to say, because we talked about writing a script about this called Therapy Group, where the movie opens up with just a bunch of dudes that meet up once a month and they vent their problems. Like, oh man, I have this ex-wife.
She's really bothering me.
We're in the middle of a divorce. She's suing me. Everything. I just these are my problems right now. And then when Therapy Group meets up again, it's like, oh man, that ex-wife disappeared.
She's gone.
She's gone.
My problems are gone. I love Therapy Group. That's
a hard one to vent though, because you'd have to put problems that are not necessarily in your own power.
All you're doing though at Therapy Group is you're voicing problems to like-minded men.
Right, but you couldn't be like, my ex-wife's an asshole. That's not
No. You're
relevant
just
in
vaguely voicing problems.
But I'm saying the problem has to be like worth therapy.
Yeah, worth therapy.
And therapy is obviously an overt euphemism at this point.
Yeah, it is.
It's obviously worth therapy.
Oh, I really need some therapy. Your next deployment will be on Monday. Sweet.
What about you, Matt? Who would you play, by the way, in a biopic?
Myself?
Yeah, you would.
I'm just kidding. I don't know, man. Shit. FDR.
Dan
if I was old enough. Whoa. Take it back.
Dan Bilzerian, where Dan's just saving the world, just blowing people away in combat.
Dude, I will say there was not beef squashed, but there was. I mean, I still have my opinions, but we have a very close mutual friend that is good friends with Dan as well, Dan Bilzerian. And he said the shit that we heard that got talked about us didn't happen.
Yeah, so Dan actually said very nice things about us.
So
did he really?
Yeah, I'll have to which was
we were under the impression over the last year and a half that he said mean things about us, which is why we're kind of fucking assholes.
Mean things. I like that. He said mean things about.
I'm just saying, and then we realized lately the source of those. Of that information was not very credible, and that somebody that is very close to him said that he does in fact think we're kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean, but that means I'm let's not start calling us friends, but I won't call him a bitch on social media.
If he didn't,
how about that?
If he didn't,
I'll leave it at that. I'll let him do his life. I'm gonna do my life. We'll leave it at that.
And if he didn't talk shit about us, then that's great.
That's fine. Then I'm not gonna talk shit. Yeah, there you go.
Him now.
Look at this. Drinkin' Bros heals.
We like him for not talking.
Okay, there you go.
Heals life.
You got to move on,
Yeah, you really do.
You gotta move on.
Oh, I love a good musical
Drink whiskey
break
and
in the
move
middle
on,
of it. Yeah, exactly.
I'll sing to you, Ross. I'll sing to you beautiful fucking tunes.
Please do. Please
do. What are you going to sing us?
What
are you going to sing?
You got a ditty? Let's go. You got something off the cuff? Let's hear it.
Does it have to be original, or are we talking about karaoke?
No, it's got to be something orig, dude. Let's just hear it. Let's freestyle it,
Well, that would be good for Jared. So we talked about who we would embody or play in a role. Who would you play? Because it'd obviously be a musical or a band. So you should just sing the song of the band.
I already said I would be Mark Hoppus. I want to be Mark Hoppus.
Sing it. Sing a fucking Blink-182 song.
I can sing pretty much all of them.
Great.
We'll sing one.
Pick
We just
one.
need
This
one.
is a live
I
audition.
didn't mean to deceive you, believe me, but sometimes the hardest part is deceiving. The good intentions that you give not only came to this, although she saw the mark, the arrow missed.
Oh, I think
Keep
we can
going.
work with that. I think, like as a director,
Yeah,
I think
there
we
you
can
go.
work
There
with
you go.
that actually. But you're gonna have to slim down as soon as that meme comes up of you versus Mark Hoppus. Without
It's called
a shirt
Apple
on.
Shampoo. That's off of Dude Ranch.
Hey, good, whatever it's going to be, you're going to have to be in good shape for the Blink 182. I actually think that's possible, by the way. You know, they're doing a new edition one on VH1 this year.
Really?
Yeah. So I think it's totally possible. Hey, Evan, I got a question for you. Every time you're here, I like to ask you smart shit because you're the smartest guy in the room. Have you heard about these isolation chambers, by the way? I keep hearing Joe Rogan talk about it.
Dude, I have heard about these things, and
What
they
is
intrigue
it?
me.
And
They
I
intrigue me a lot.
want in. I want to do it. Apparently, he does it all the time. He's got one in his fucking house.
That's the like black water salt.
Yes.
Yes,
everything, right?
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
because I mean, and you've seen it. You've already seen it because you talked about Stranger Things, right?
Yes, Stranger Things. They
well,
use the isolation.
but it was in a fucking when they put her
kiddie
in
pool.
that tank.
No.
Yeah.
She would go in the tank like the real one.
How do you
So when
breathe
you're,
in
like,
there? How do you breathe in that
completely-
shit?
Who knows? I have no idea how you're breathing. I mean, maybe they're piping in oxygen through a tube, or maybe they're piping in oxygen through your butt. I'm not exactly sure, but
You
you're
can't take
basically taking
oxygen
away
rectally. can you?
everything. Well, I mean, you could try. We could try it here.
Wait, so what is the? Why do people do this? 'Cause I
Yeah,
have-
yeah.
Take away every
Sense.
known sense
Sense.
that you have, and you're basically inducing a form of meditation. So
Meanwhile, like I was in Nirvana, like complete Nirvana.
Kurt
Eating a
Cobain.
sandwich.
No.
Right.
Oh.
I was in Nirvana in that F-16 pulling 7.5 to 9 Gs, like, and I couldn't move my body, and like that was complete peace for me.
that's very similar to a therapy for autism, where they
You fucking nailed that one. So good.
Like,
And hold on, we're not making fun of.
The
hold on,
pilots.
we're not
the pilots were like, "Hey, you're not gonna get." I was like, "I'm not gonna get sick. Like, you do your best. You will not fuck me up. Like, go for it." And I felt, I have never felt that much at home until I was under 8.5 G's, just fucking locked out of my mind, and I loved every second
So
of it.
hey, this is what Joe Rogan says. So apparently he takes acid and then or smokes weed and goes inside these isolation chambers for hours and just fucking chills out. He said that you can open up a different side of your mind in there. I just want to know how the fuck. I want to know how to get one or what to do. Like, and then do you need like a safety partner to pull you out of that? Like, how does that work?
I feel like it's Inception or
Dude,
something.
I
here.
don't.
Yeah.
I don't believe. Like, for me, like, I always thought hell for me would be like darkness, and then I couldn't move. Like, that's really boring. Everything that you're talking about sounds really boring.
Yeah, no
to
shit,
me.
Jared. You've got ADD, like literally like Charlie Sheen, where it's just it's constant movement, jangling of something, keys. Like you're the person as a child that like pulls out their pockets. And there's rubber frogs and like springs and like fucking.
I have
Yo-yos in
I have
there.
a rubber frog in my pocket right now.
I know you do.
I
You've got something that
cannot believe
squeaks.
this.
Like there's attention
Yeah.
grabbers in there in your pockets. But Evan, that's the next mission, dude. If you build an isolation chamber there, I want in. I want to fucking. I want.
We're
I
gonna
wanna
build
go
one.
inside.
Let's do it.
Let's
Let's do
build
it.
one right
let's
now.
experiment it, and then let's videotape it.
Yeah.
I'm going to build an isolation chamber, and every extremity of my body, so we're talking fingers, hands, arms, legs, is in a female body part.
Yeah.
Right.
I like that.
So, I mean.
But
we-
the
you could talk
females
feet or
couldn't be
toes.
moving.
You would need
they couldn't be moving.
You would
You're just
need
in one giant
you would need
vagina.
Yeah.
you would need 9 females for that.
I think 13. I think 13.
Nine?
I think 13 is the
13 and
number.
a half. I don't know how the half works into that, but I think we
What's
need
the
a half.
half? Your nose?
You make your stipulations, whatever it is, but we need a half. You know?
9.5.
We need like, or maybe like a 70%, so like a female Derek White, like missing a limb, you know?
Ooh. I like that. I like that a lot.
I always like poking fun at Derek. I love you, Derek.
Oh, Derek
That sexy
White.
beast.
Yeah, we love him. We love him. By the way, I forgot to tell you to follow up on our last episode about the gigantic balls.
Yeah.
Do you remember
They got
that?
posted today.
That's in the broettes right now.
They were
drinking
they were
broettes
tearing
are going
apart.
So a
nuts about
girl
the fucking
named
giant balls.
Carrie Kurtz wrote in, and she goes, so your question for the ladies concerning balls should be proportionate. Balls should be proportionate. If you have small balls and a big dick, then it looks weird, or vice versa. Here's my favorite part.
Okay.
Wait, here's my favorite part of this email. You can lick some balls when it's beach time. So
Wait, you can lick some balls when it's what?
yeah, she goes, you can lick some balls when it's beach time. So I agree.
Oh, beach time. Yeah.
She agrees that it should look nice. Like the balls should look nice. But her
So it's
her direct
I thought
quote
it'd be
was,
like a
"You can lick
fetish
some
thing."
balls when it's beach time," and that's
Well,
BJEEZ.
That's an appropriate statement. I mean, like that would be like, the whole area needs attention. Let's be real. We're.
Yeah. You definitely need to manscape down there for sure. I don't see Jared doing that though. You trim up, Jared?
I
You
don't
let it
even
go
want to know.
Harambe?
I don't even want to know.
Do you go
You go
Harambe
full
down
Harambe,
there?
Jared?
What do you mean?
On your pubic area?
You shave
Is
up?
Sometimes.
That's even worse.
Oh,
Yeah.
The never or always.
Always.
Sometimes is fucking
Right.
worse. It's purgatory for your ball hair.
Yeah.
No, you have to. You have to let it grow and then trim.
No, that's not a thing.
It feels better.
It feels what?
My skin is moist because of the Crisco. It's shiny because of the corn oil.
I feel like Jared would be the guy where he like trims his pubes, but then his balls is like fucking, I don't know,
No,
long dreadlocks.
no, it's just like
Dreads.
I have no hair.
Do you have
See,
Jamaican?
my
Do you have
knees- my knees don't have hair.
Jamaican?
Ew.
Same thing. Like
But
nothing.
You got a Bob Marley testicles, dude. They're just fucking
No, I don't.
listen to reggae and smoking weed, bro.
I don't have
We
fucking
jam 'em.
huge balls. I just regular.
I'm talking
balls.
about hair
I
here.
mean, I've
We're on
got
hair.
3.
Are you drunk? You're drunk. Did the
I-
whiskey get you?
No.
Did it? It snuck up on you, didn't it? Ever since you got to Salt
It
Lake,
snuck
it's that
up on
thin
me.
air. You get drunk real.
I'm trying to engage him because he gets in the chair back in El Paso. He's into it. Now he's sitting back there lounging, drinking.
I'm lounging. I'm drinking. I got red chucks on. I'm singing Blink.
I
Ross,
bet you there's no socks
know.
in those red chucks either. There's no socks on.
What socks on? I got brand new socks on too, motherfucker.
Look at you. Look at you. You know what? I'd like to give you 5 minutes like they gave Kanye West on MTV, on the MTV VMAs the other night. Just give a drunk Jared 5 minutes on stage to do whatever he wanted and say whatever he wanted.
But Jared would probably crush that. Like he wouldn't go full Kanye. When I've seen Jared drunk and when you're like, hey, I need you to turn on, he fucking crushes it.
By the way, did you see that where Kanye West just got to talk for
No,
5
we
minutes?
haven't.
Is that the future
No,
of
what
fucking
did
he do?
TV now? Like, hey,
I heard you talk shit about Taylor Swift though.
talk shit about everyone. He even gave a shout out to Ray J, who fucked his wife in the sex tape.
What?
Yeah,
I want to brutalize Kanye West. I've actually, out of all the people we've talked shit about, now that I think the Dan thing's a little laid low, I want to fuck Kanye West up. I really don't like that dude. I really don't like him. Because every time you see him in like in an interview or that, he's just he peeks out the narcissistic fucking douchebag. I mean, and coming from me, Jesus. You know?
Like I said, there was a lot. There was an episode a long time ago where I defended him because of this video that I saw. He was on the Tonight Show, I think, with Jay Leno. I don't remember which one it was, but honestly, when he was on that show and the interview that he did, and I'd always hated him too. I always thought he was a fuckface, but watching that interview kind of changed my attitude a little bit about him.
Why?
Because I saw a lot of us in what he was doing. Is he had come up on his own and he had created his own music, his own brand, his own everything, and he was like, and he was really complaining about how mainstream in the industry just ignores that. Like it's like if you're not if you don't sell out and you don't align yourself with somebody that's big, or you don't align yourself with somebody that controls the space, like you're fucked. And that was the first time I've ever seen an interview with him that was like, this guy's making sense right now. Like, he's not being conceited. He's saying, hey, yes, I did some things that changed the way that how this industry works and how everything moves, yet I don't receive credit for it, and it's kind of fucked up.
Yeah, but you can still be humble on the way, I think.
Yes,
So
absolutely. Like we are much more humble.
Yeah. A lot more humble. But hey, but overall, big picture here, is this going to be the future of fucking television? Because it felt like Facebook Live, where it was like, hey, we're just going to give somebody fucking 5 minutes on air live to do whatever they want. Like, that's what it kind of felt like.
We talked about that, dude. I mean, attention spans are significantly dropping with, social media and all that. It's like immediate fucking, you need immediate, what's the word I'm looking for? Affirmation, gratification. Thank you. So it's like, I mean, that's how we write skits now. And shit, man, even I scroll through stuff so fast, even reading something over like 4 pages in an article, I'm like, probably. I think that's where it's going. I think TV, since it's a dying breed, is going to try to replicate social media and try to conform to what's going on the internet and use it as like a, I don't know, man.
Yeah, because
it's weird. It's
MTV as a channel is dying. They're owned by Viacom. They own VH1. They own MTV, and they own Comedy Central. And,
everything, dude. It's all going to app-based stuff where you specifically target. Like, look at music. Who fucking listens to the radio? Like, everybody streams Pandora or, fucking iTunes radio. Like, if you listen to radio, then that's just probably like an issue with funding that you can't purchase an app-based product, but it's significantly going to change, like, in the next 10 years.
Yeah, it's crazy, man, because I have Sirius XM in my car, and it's commercial free, and I enjoy the shit out of it. But that's why, because it's commercial free. I don't feel like I'm listening to 90 ads before Ryan Seacrest gets on. I mean, they got people on there, dude. Your boy Eminem's got one of the biggest channels. It's called Shady 45.
Yep.
Yeah, big fan of it. He puts motherfuckers on these DJs in the afternoon who are god awful, and it's literally like they just pulled them off the street and they're like, "Yo, man, so I had a real fucked up day. I don't even think I'm gonna be able to pay for like a birth pen." And I'm like, "Holy shit!" And they just let these people on, and it's interesting as fuck because you're just like, "Holy shit." This is kind of chaos. Like, a lot of the stations are like that on Sirius XM, where you're like, wait a minute, this guy skateboards in his house and he has a fucking show. You can hear people skateboarding in the background. You're like, Jesus Christ, this is crazy. But I listened to it.
It's like hearing Jared eating a sandwich in the back of the podcast.
No, yeah, I've done that once.
Yeah, you've done it more than once.
Twice.
We've got it on
Twice.
film. Yeah. Jeez.
God damn it. Fuck you guys.
Hold on.
You guys are
It is
fucking
called
assholes.
Drinkin' Bros podcast, so I get away with all my whiskey drinking. So
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
You're
It
right.
is.
You're right. We gonna be all right.
We gonna be all right. And by the way, dude, so
I'm still trying to, Ross, I heard this song the other day. I loved it so much. Still can't figure out what it is. And I don't know how to
If I was
sing
in the
it.
car with you, that's you. That's
You were in the car with me.
and I can't tell you what it is. They're gonna have
It was
clue.
be like bump 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 bump. That's all I know.
fantastic. That's Little Jimmy in the triplets.
I just
be like
I
bum
just-
bum.
yeah.
Like bum bum.
Yes.
That's,
You don't remember this?
I just
that's
replicated
Captain
what you
Geach
said. I
in
have
the
no
Shrimp
idea.
Shack Shooters.
What?
I don't know who fucked that. I don't know who you're talking about, Jared. You're just you hum 3 words. 3 words. 3 words is what you just hummed. All over my body. Is it rap or is it rock?
It is a rap hip hop song. It's kind of slow. Like, I literally went through Richard
Man or
Ryan sent me
women?
every title. It's a man.
All right. Well, if you're out there and you know what that song is, we'll give you a free.
I will be thoroughly. We'll send you a free bag of coffee. If you can
we'll
figure out
send you a
what the fuck
free
song
bag
that is.
of Black Rifle
Evan will.
coffee, autographed by Jared T-Bone Taylor himself. If you can name that song.
T-Bone, that's not my fucking
Yeah.
You gotta
it
get
is.
more than just a bag of coffee. You gotta go like mug,
A mug?
hat, whatever.
Yeah, we'll
Okay,
go.
if you-
We'll
if
go
you
a
can
mug.
submit that song. we'll give you anything out of the store.
Bum, bum, bum.
Not
If you
everything.
bum,
I said
bum,
anything.
bum.
Yeah, ass virginity is on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To
What?
include ass virgin. Wait.
What?
Hold on.
What?
Hang
is
on.
it virgin?
Hang on. Evan's not an ass virgin.
Hanging on.
Evan's not an ass
What?
virgin.
This is taking a turn.
Isn't it? You know what else is taking a turn?
Legs.
Hey, Evan, this one's for you. I saw those Syrian refugees. The first drop-off is coming, and they're putting them all in Detroit. How hilarious is that? Like, hey, you try to escape fucking poverty and fighting in Syria, and then they put you in Detroit. Good luck, everyone. It's almost like a fucking
man.
death pass.
Well, it feels like home. It feels like just like Syria, right there.
It's the
Good job.
transition's not going to be that
Dearborn,
bad.
Michigan.
Is
Syria too.
that why? Where
Syria
they're just
too.
like, oh, hey guys, half this city is now gone. Like, just go ahead and do whatever you want in these abandoned houses. Like, have fun. Is that what it is? Like, what the fuck happens then? I
Well,
guess,
you said Chicago, right?
no, Detroit.
It's Detroit.
Well, I think Detroit and Chicago have some of the largest populations of Muslims in the United
Detroit
States
does.
of
You're
America, so
correct.
it's probably.
That is big.
Dearborn,
Right.
Michigan, right
Right.
there, buddy.
So
Dearborn.
obviously that's like a way of like, hey, let's. Man, I ain't gonna do it, but I have my thoughts on that shit.
Why
But
aren't you getting
I won't
into it,
be-
Matt?
I just, I don't want to be Tommy Lauren with my final thoughts right now. It's a hard one to talk about, man. It's fuck them.
Yeah.
You know.
How about you,
God
Evan? Can
damn
I
it.
bait you into this? Can I bait you into this conversation?
Sure, absolutely. I'll take the bait. What do you want to talk about? Why they're being dropped off in Detroit?
I mean, that's pretty apparent right there.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it seems like, hey, so we're going to base the statistics of success on integration for basically the first load that we're putting in the country for the guys that are going to be integrated into Dearborn, Michigan, for instance, right? So it's not like they can go drop them off in, I don't know, let's say Bonneville, Idaho,
Right.
You know, so that's the obvious choice for success statistics. And well, look at all these people; they've naturally integrated, right? They're hugely
Right,
popular.
but that's the thing. It's not even based off the fact that they want them to succeed in America. It's the fact that they can statistically say, "Look, they have a job and they're acclimating."
Yeah.
No, they're fucking not. You're literally building a social divide and creating a fucking subculture that's just gonna be toxic and gonna slowly fucking grow, and it turns into an England or a fucking British thing.
Oh, there's the Matt Best I know and love. There he is.
Yeah. So, hey, yeah, we're going to go ahead and embed you into Sharia law. Hey, they're naturally integrated. Look at
Yeah.
this. They're successful.
They're
Yeah,
successful,
they sure
yeah.
are. Yeah.
And
they
listen,
sure are.
I am honestly, and I'm going to put this out there publicly. I am not a hater of Muslims, and whatever bias hate you want to go. I don't like. I've worked in Northern Kurdistan for almost. It was about 4.5 years of my 6 years that I worked with the agency, training those dudes. I have the utmost reverence for those people, and a lot of them are acting and practicing Muslims. It's based on culture. It's like saying you're a fucking Christian. There are some fucking piece of shit Christians. Now, do I have a little lower regard for maybe that demographic? Absolutely, because I've seen what it promotes and the hate fucking speech it does. But like, it's a bad formula to be working with that. It is a bad formula because the outcome does not benefit the American dream and fucking capitalism. It doesn't.
Amen.
Yes, I think we're all in agreement on this one across the board. And we found, you know who we found right there? We found Matt Best. We found Matt Best on the show.
He gets mad. You're trying to get me mad. Rob.
Not
It's been a
that.
minute.
People love it. People love you to hear you rant. They love your opinions. And I get emails all the time. It's like, God damn it, I wish Matt would just go off once a show. Just let him go off once a show. And I was like, we try. We goad him into
Evan
shit.
Evan and I are here too, and like I think when you work that much, like I truly honestly admit, like my time as a ranger, I didn't fucking understand the culture. I really didn't. You know, it's like you demonize your enemy, and you learn subtleties about cultural things, and you're like, wow, that's really fucked up. But when you start to be embedded with these people and you work for them, you see their daily acts and what their literally holistic and innate belief is. It's fucking scary because there's no rationalization to a certain point where you can change the forward thinking of a human being. I truly believe that like 70% of humans are innately evil. And if you breed them in a culture where it's positive, you can kind of conform that thinking to be somewhat beneficial to contemporary society and being a good individual. Now, if they come up in the fucking ISIS culture and this fucking hateful speech, you're going to come into the most evil motherfucker you've ever seen. And when we watched that video last episode, when we talked about the American thing, it was like people and where their thoughts goes and saying oh, you guys just want to kill people. I'm like, you sat at home reading a fucking book, you fucking pussy. That's fine, educate yourself, but you never went over there and you never see, there is no rationalization with these motherfuckers. It's zero. Absolute zero. Zero. They're going to fucking murder you, your family, your fucking kids. So it's the only way to fucking fight that is to fucking blow their head off with a hollow point and piss in their fucking head and say, Merry Christmas. Here's some fucking goddamn United States in your fucking mouth.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Here's some United States in your mouth. That should be a shirt right there. Oh God, Mr. Matt Best.
Oh.
Man, we've missed him.
Oh, we gotta
It's good to have him here. It's good to have him.
We gotta have Evan open up one time because I don't know if you could. He gets pretty dark. He gets darker than me, man. Because he was in that environment a couple years longer than me and did some cooler shit too. So it was,
That's not true.
It's fun. If you get us on a tangent, man, one day we'll do it or something. But,
I'd love it. I'd love to do a whole show about it. Just you and Evan really going for it. Really laying it on the line.
Oh wow, God, we would we would either alienate or gain. I'm not exactly sure.
I'm not sure if we lose followers or. It's not hate speech, and that's the thing I go to every time. It's when people have opinions that are different than mine, I openly welcome them because I got to admit I've been wrong so much in my life, and everybody has. It's you have your own opinions and you believe in them, but that's how you change yourself and consistently I don't know what the word, benefit yourself. It's let me open my fucking views up to someone else's ideas, cross-pollinate them with my own views and see what the betterment of the situation can be. And a lot of people don't. And that video we posted is fucking hilarious about the cop thing. Ross, there's a thing in there where I said 5-0 down low and I high-five a cop. Obviously, I absolutely support LEOs. And there's comments on them that are cool. Apparently, you support racist behavior, killing innocent black people.
God. You're
and
kidding.
I was like, "That what?" I'm like, "What?"
Oh yes, absolutely.
Shit.
The comments were just what? I don't even know what that means.
You don't even, and I don't even want to open up that Pandora's box where it's there are so many active black police officers who are amazing. They are creating the racial and social divide by alienating a race specifically. It's just you're fucking retarded. I can't.
And it's absolutely ludicrous because here's the deal, which is, I've lived the majority of my adult life in either Central Asia or the Middle East. The majority of my adult life, I've lived there.
Yeah.
And so it's my personal assessment.
You have
my
6
belief.
years in Iraq, right?
5. Yeah.
5
years
of
living
your
in that
life.
country. Of my life dedicated to,
I think I'm about 5'2".
And so who better to decide than me whether or not I directly agree with their cultural boundaries or rules, regulations, values, ethics, whatever it might be, right? So we can define it and we can categorize it, doesn't matter. Which is, at the end of the day, what I say is I'm not into it. It's not my thing. It's not my jam. And so for people who say, well, you have to respect the Afghan, or you have to respect the Iraqi or the Middle Eastern or Arab culture or Arabic culture, however you define it in whatever group. Ultimately, I respect the individual based on their own decisions, but I'm not too into what they got going on, man. I appreciate America, the U.S., our values, our system that we've developed. I mean, how long we been at this? Since we could basically say go back to the Constitution, 1776. We've been at it for a couple hundred years. We got a few things where I would say... Let's not
forget that on the African front, Hitler was recruiting Muslims to kill Jews because they shared the values, hatred for,
Yeah, and
Judaism.
as a guy that is, I'm part Ashkenazi Jew, so I can't really deny that fact, nor do I actually directly attribute who I am personally to the Jewish culture. However, I can say what I agree with is I agree with the Constitution of the United States. I agree with what we built, what we stand for, who we are collectively, and kind of what we've laid the gavel down and said, this is what we're going to do as America, right? I love it. I love America. It's exactly why I fought for the country. It's exactly why I stayed in the game as long as I did. And so for me to be the guy that's like, oh yeah, I'm going to respect this culture. No, I don't give a fuck about the culture.
The perfect way of an example is that it would be fucking being part of a football team, right? You believe in that football. You on an individual basis, you respect nearly 90% of that. Then Kaepernick comes along, and you're like, you're a fucking asshole.
Fucking idiot.
He might have played for a team. And then it's a perfect analogy to like the LEO situation where it's like, hey, dude, you're trying to benefit your community, be a better fucking person, and help, whatever community you're a part of. And then essentially you have an asshole come along that does something, and you're like, wow, that's not a part of the team. Let's kick him out and fucking reprimand him and then move forward.
Yeah,
it's
fuck
like
Colin Kaepernick,
say that,
dude. Jesus.
Right, to say that the
him.
whole...
That's what I never got about the whole fucking, like, with the military and GO1 and everything. Like, hey, ladies and gentlemen, you guys are not allowed to have porn in country because it's against their culture. I don't give a fuck about their culture. We're invading their country.
Yeah, I'm an invader.
I don't give a fuck about your culture.
Nor is it going to win the war.
Exactly.
That's this fabrication in which somebody is
that was just so stupid.
It's a fabrication.
To listen to a general
Political
officer or
correctness
a
and warfare.
fucking officer go, we're not allowed pornography because it's against their culture. Who gives a fuck about their culture? We are taking over their country because they are unfit to run it themselves.
You have proven to the international community that you're not fit
that you
to
are
fucking
a
run
piece
this
of
thing.
shit. We need to come in and fuck your shit up.
So,
and then you're gonna tell me, we can't have porn. It's good. They're fucking little boys every Thursday.
But that again, that's why like my method and form of thinking at the age I am today, it's based off like realism, right? Where you have all these hypocritical people like across the board in religions and cultures where it's like they preach, denounce, and then execute people based off an ideology. But then they turn around and find some form of thinking to be okay with that exact act, but to benefit themselves. It's like, that's not how society should work. It's like, across the board, are we okay with things? Hey, Evan.
A couple years ago, you were killing people for this.
Right. So
and now you're cool with it.
It would be like us, three of us sitting in a room. We find out Jared banged a dude, right? And we're like, hey, let's kill Jared because he banged a dude. We kill Jared, and then we go, now that Jared's out of here, we should fuck each other in the ass, Evan. I mean, like, in the most simplistic fucking micro fucking cellular level, that's what that fucking culture, like, that shit stands for, which is, I can't get behind it, where it's just like, I can't, and I'm not just saying it exists in like the Middle Eastern culture. It exists in America as well, where you have these people that preach one thing and go behind doors and are completely the opposite side of the person. It's like, do you. Fucking do you, as long as you're not fucking hurting somebody else, do you.
Exactly. As long as you're not exploiting somebody else or hurting somebody else. And the funny thing is, I've gotten these conversations with State Department people, right? So, like, State Department people are NGOs where they've come over to the Middle East or Central Asia. They've decided that all of a sudden, they're the second coming of, I don't know, whatever, altruistic,
I'm going to save the world.
Yeah, I'm going to save the world, and now I'm going to save the Middle East. And when I look at this, one of the guys I was working with, right, he was a blatant fucking pedophile, like a straight up fucking pederast. And we were like, we know that he is. However, we can't kill him. Like, why can't we kill him? Well, because the State Department's working with him. And it's like, but he's a piece of shit.
Right.
But he's a fucking piece of shit.
Right.
So let's go ahead and execute this dude.
Right.
And the state's like, well, we have to respect their culture. It's like, I don't have to fucking do anything. Actually, I don't fucking respect their culture.
No,
I don't appreciate their fucking their love.
That is not a cultural issue.
No,
that is a humanitarian issue.
Tell me you picked this guy off, Evans. You picked this guy off?
No, he did. He actually he what I say is he self-selected, Ross. He's self-selected.
He's self-selected.
He was so overwhelmed with his life choices, he put a Glock to his head and blew his brain.
Eventually, the world caught up with his deeds. He met a JDAM in an unfortunate incident.
I like that. Better JDAM.
Oh, I love that. He's
GB38, baby.
That
GB38 will get you every time.
That's one of my new favorite terms. He's self-selected.
Self-selected.
Self-selected. Hey, there's plenty of those guys.
I feel, man, we could make this the 2-hour episode because I could keep going on this motherfucking shit.
There's so much here. There's literally years of information which has been stored up or bottled up, which we could go into. Unfortunately, I don't think anybody wants it. It would take a lot more whiskey.
Disgusting.
It would take a lot more whiskey.
It's disgusting. It's fucking annoying. Like, again, like to hear that come out of senior leaders' mouths, I just cringe. Like, you're a fucking idiot.
You're a
fucking idiot.
There is no such thing as a politically correct war. It doesn't exist.
Yeah.
A politically correct war does not exist. It's never existed, actually.
I think you're bringing it on that level. Like I'll reference the video that we did again because it's like when you have people talking shit about an issue that like we have strictly, it's an opinion. It's opinion based,
right?
Like supporting LEOs, and the people are literally saying it's like, well, we didn't break the law. Well, I'm an American. You shouldn't break law. Okay. That's why you're a free voter and you have the idea to vote and change that. Like, obviously, I am a pretty big conservative. And then on top of that, like a pro 2A guy, like I believe in that as well. But like laws are in place because we fucking voted for them. So you have to be active in your state, fucking in national legislation to actually change things for what we all collectively want. And hopefully change the ideas of a bunch of fucking idiots that think guns are bad because they can suck my dick. I wanted to throw that in there. I wanted to throw that in there.
We end this political conversation with
who's our drinking bro of the week?
We'll get to the drinking bro of the
JT's
week.
like, we got to get out of here.
We got to go.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
No, but I'd tell you what, we'll get ADD Jared out of here one night, and then we'll go real deep with Matt and Evan one night, and just do
we should
banger of a show for 3 hours, and really fucking go into all of it.
I'll go deep too. I don't want people to think I'm racist against Iraqis. I just hate them.
No, I listen. I will say this. Like, I will go on the record, which is most of the Iraqis that I worked with are. They are exactly like us. When I say that,
exactly the
they're
same.
exactly like us. However, you have a minority of the population that swings. Basically, the fucking mosque. The fucking mosque controls that entire country, and those dudes are fucking lunatics.
It's a criminal network.
Lunatics.
It's a criminal network.
Yes,
That's all it is.
Fucking lunatics.
We'll get on that another.
All right,
yeah. We get on another show. And hey, last thing I have for you, and this is a quick one here, Matt. It just got a friend of mine in Hollywood hit me up. The numbers for the MTV VMA Awards, this is total viewers for the entire show, 6.5 million. Your sketch has almost quadrupled the entire ratings for the MTV VMA Awards. That is fucking crazy. That is absolutely fucking crazy to wrap your mind around.
I would like to say one thing. BlackRifleCoffee.com, DrinkingBrosPodcast.com.
All the way
Hey, do you
up.
hear that sound? Wait, Ross, what is that? Sorry, my mic dropped.
Oh, shit. I'm going to have to call another sound engineer for that one.
I think that's attributed. Hey, that's attributed to the fucking Drinking Bros community. I'm getting a little fucked up now. Drinking Bros community, everybody that supports this mission, and we're all doing it together, man. Fuck all these assholes. Let's move for our brotherhood, sisterhood, and be good people.
Let's do more than the fucking MTV VMAs.
Yeah, let's all make money. Let's all fucking laugh and fucking. I'm gonna laugh my ass to the grave. It's exactly what I'm doing because my ass is gonna die eventually. We're all gonna expire, but I will have a great time with my buddies until then.
Remember, Matthew,
Amen.
what is the meaning of life?
The meaning of life, Jared, is this: to laugh as much as you can and to come as much as you can
Before you die.
Before you die.
Before you die.
That's the motto.
And if you're on Facebook, go to MattBest11X. Get him over 1 million. I just want to see that in person.
Jump him.
It'd be fucking
Jump
awesome.
up.
And on that note, we're going to go to the Drinkin' Bro of the Week. The Drinkin' Bro of the Week was submitted by Brandon Owens. He says he would like to nominate his friend Kenny Moats for Drinkin' Bro of the Week. He was a Maryville, Tennessee police officer who was shot and killed yesterday. This was August 25th, 2016. He had just been promoted to the 5th Judicial Drug Task Force. He was an awesome guy, an amazing police officer. He leaves behind 3 small children. I know you guys get a lot of requests for this, but Kenny truly deserves it. Yes, he does, Brandon. Kenny does deserve it.
Hey, cheers to Kenny, brother. Fucking
Cheers.
Cheers to Kenny Moats. That fucking sucks, man. Man, So we're all thinking about you, and we love you. And thanks for looking out for your buddy, Brandon. Thanks for listening to the show. This was an awesome one. I really want to get dark with you guys one night for a good 3-hour bender. I love having you on the show, Evan Hafer. Please come back as much as you can. We love having you on.
We miss Rocco, but we appreciate you coming in, Evan.
Absolutely.
I miss him.
Absolutely.
I miss his chin.
You're the only one who's great at filling in. So if Rocco is not here, please come by anytime you like. No, honestly, I love having you. So for our special guest, Mr. Evan Hafer, for Mr. Matthew Best, Jared Taylor, and Ross Patterson, we are out of here, kids. Good night, everyone.
Love you.